Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. Who did we play as last time? I can't remember. I think we randomly got Isaac. We ran it this time and got Maggie, so it's going to be a completely different experience than the, 800 or so videos that have come before it. Holy shit, we are actually... I mean, there's been some milestones in the Binding of Isaac. Episode 1, release of Wrath of the Lamb. Episode 100, episode 500. We're pretty quickly approaching fucking episode 1000. Not pretty quickly, it's like a year away, but a year on the Isaac timescale is like a year when you're in, bachelor's program in university. When you're in third year, you got one more year left, at least in Canada and America, if you're taking it at a normal pace. But man, your time is coming to an end. We're less than a year away from episode 1000. Whether or not Rebirth is out before then, I certainly hope it is, but even if it's not, we will still be here and still learning things, which is what I find truly amazing, I have never felt like I knew more about the Binding of Isaac than I did on, like, episode 250, probably. I was like, people were cracking jokes about it back then. Northernlion, and when are you going to stop Isaac? You've got 250 episodes, holy crap. Or, you have 50 episodes, holy crap. I was like, yeah, maybe I will stop it soon. I've mastered pretty much everything with respect to the game. But now, the learning exercises, they become more minute, but they also have a drastic impact on my chances of success as I gain more and more insight, largely from commenters and occasionally being forced to learn something by BizSnap on Skype. It'll be like, hey, Northernlion, I was watching your episode and you said something that was completely false. Just thought you should know that you're an idiot and here's how it actually works. And I appreciate that a great deal because it's made me a much better player. Anyway, we've been having some, overall, if you ignore the run, or even if you take the run where I lost and ended the streak on, like, Necropolis 1 like a goddamn idiot, I have been having some pretty good success lately, largely based on luck, a little bit based on, some improvements in my skill, I would say. Bad damage for me on this fight here, but, Maggie's not necessarily a super powerful offensive dynamo, at least to start with. Hopefully, as we get a little bit further and further along, we'll be able to change that. But for now, we did at least finish this first fight. We got Mr. Mega from our first floor item room, which is, I would classify it as maybe a middle tier item. It can be a really, really good item. But, well, I'm happy to actually get the crate, especially since we got a nickel along with it, which actually makes it fairly feasible. Let's take this pill and see if that's good. Sorry, we didn't get a nickel, we got a dime. I hope I mentioned that. We got a tears downgrade as well, which is god-awful. Let's just classify Isaac's head as a very slight tears upgrade because of its rate of fire. Yeah, but this may make the shop on this floor viable. Theoretically possible that if we use the tower card, we could find the secret room. Usually secret rooms are a little bit hidden on the first floor. We could also go to the library with our one key here. Is the library viable? That's going to depend on what's inside of it. If there's Book of Belial, Book of Revelations, then I absolutely think so. Let's try this out here. Are we going to be safe here? We are, and we found the secret room. Holy crap. That doesn't happen all that often. So first things first, we are going to go to the shop. Because now we know... apparently, again, talk about learning things in Isaac, I have always assumed, or at least for the past, half year or so, I've assumed that greed can only show up on floors after the cellar in the basement. So the first possible instance of greed would be either Catacombs 1 or Caves Part 1, but people have told me now, after mentioning this in an earlier episode earlier last week, that apparently Greed's first known appearance actually has to be Catacombs Part 2 or Caves Part 2, meaning that the first floor is safe. This is obviously accepted if you're on an XL floor. Accepted with an EX, not an ACC, Justin Long style. What do we have inside of our... Ooh, okay. Disregard all complaints about Yumheart now. We basically have unlimited health, as long as I continue to stick with this item. So basically what I'm getting at is learning something a little bit new every day. First floor, Nun's Habit, Tears Downgrade, crates. It's an interesting one. I think we've come out ahead here. Nun's Habit is one of the items that actually takes Yumheart from like a god-awful item into a half-decent item, in my opinion. I realize, yes, that this is kind of a silly decision for me to come down here. Ooh, wait a minute. Disregard that. Not a silly decision in the least. Can we bomb our way out of the secret room into the shop? I thought we could. Yeah, of course, because that's like a fundamental part of my strategy. We're gonna buy another item from the shop here in the form of the Steam sale, and this has actually worked out fantastically for me. We are also going to buy this other key. We only have 3 cents right now, so I don't mind doing that. Wonderful, so we have Steam sale Nun's Habit now. And a couple of keys that we can use, obviously, for some pretty obvious purposes, like opening this room right here. What's better, Shears or Yumheart? I would largely be inclined to say the Shears, but I really like the idea that we have basically permanent chances to play blood banks here. So, provided I keep Yumheart and Nun's Habit, we should be guaranteed to get payout and staggering amounts of money from blood banks, provided on when they want to pay out. You'll have to excuse the occasional motorcycle noise from outside. It is a wonderful Sunday in Vancouver, and, you know, it's you know, very beautiful outside, which means that, of course, people are going to be riding their motorcycles. I don't begrudge them. I begrudge the sound that it makes, and I don't want to, and I don't hate motorcycle drivers, riders, bikers, whatever you would like to call them. Either, whatever you want to identify yourself as, that's totally cool by me. We are going to use a bomb here, and we're going to put it here. And this is basically to get a bomb, but also see if there was a second secret room and see if there was money in there, which indeed there was. The reason I get down on bikers sometimes is just the noise that these make. And I'm like, I get it, I guess it's like a big ol', hey, check out the size of my testicles. Ladies, I am super fecund. I will produce offspring that also ride motorcycles with glorious, incredibly loud, you know, muscle car style muffler noises here. I don't get it. And most of the time, like, I don't really I like South Park, but I don't necessarily go out of each episode saying, like, oh, they make a really good point there with respect to that. But the episode on motorcycles, I kind of get, and I'm waiting to be proved wrong. Maybe this is, you know what, I will just say right away that it's ignorant for me to say that all people who ride loud motorcycles are assholes, but I do consider it at the very least inconsiderate, and maybe my response has been disproportionately inconsiderate as well, and I apologize for that. But I'm just calling it like I see it for my own personal taste. I'm gonna pick up the mark here. It's a weird situation, I'll explain why. 9 lives is also not terrible here, I think. Because it would allow us to go into the boss trap room and possibly get some health back, and we'd have 9 lives. But I think the mark is a little bit better. And I'm not gonna pick up that other spirit heart over here. What I am gonna do, and this does run the risk of possibly being terrible for me, so I'll just accept that right off the bat. But I'm going to hurt myself a lot. I'm gonna lose this spirit heart. Maybe this exploding in my face would actually be good, but that's okay. And then we're gonna walk back down in here, and we're doing this so that I can get hurt a lot. And I'm doing that so that I can go into this boss trap room, potentially snag an HP or tears or damage upgrade, any kind of upgrade. Even if it's a shot speed upgrade, at least we'll take it out of the rotation, and we can Yumheart immediately. You know, it's Pageant Boy, which is actually totally fine, especially considering it dropped a nickel here. Yeah, getting Pageant Boy is actually pretty nice. That'll basically guarantee us another 1 to 2 items from the shop. We are going to have to fight some bosses to, you know, get the privilege of it, but that's fine. For being on the basement part 2, I think we're in a pretty good position, especially getting a Tears downgrade pill. You know, we've recovered from that somewhat. Now, we are low on health, low on, like, basic HP. That's a result of not getting an HP upgrade on the first 2 floors and taking a deal with the devil. That's a fairly common scenario. I'm a little bit disappointed, because normally you would expect to get at least 1 HP upgrade there. But we do have a cube of meat, and we got the crate. The crate allowed us to go to the shop. The shop allowed us to do some stuff, get the Nun's Habit, etc., etc. I think we've had a good run so far, all things considered. Now, that was easy enough. We got another key for our troubles. I normally would maybe open the golden chest, but I'm not going to open the golden chest in this scenario, because I would rather have 1 key to make sure I can go to the shop on the next floor, knowing that it can't possibly have greed in it. Newfound knowledge. So, Demon Judgment. Oh, man, the item rooms have been pretty terrible so far. And we get Shoop the Whoop. Oh, there we go. We got the fire with it, at least. Demon Judgment is a beautiful play for us here, because like the blood bank, the theoretical blood bank, at least we haven't seen one yet, I will get unlimited plays as a result of our Yumheart. So this is basically a free deal with the devil item. Might not necessarily be a good one, but it's, you know, it's free, so I'm going to enjoy this synergy, and we'll just keep going to town here. One of these days he'll pay out, I'm sure of it. I hope he pays out on an even number. That's a Tears downgrade pill, is it not? That's like the third one of those we've seen. I don't know why I picked it up. I guess I picked it up just to check. Now, we'll keep this up. This has been like 30 plays so far, but it's not like there's any risk as long as I'm just vigilant and use my Yumheart when it's appropriate. Any second. Hey, there we go. Book of Belial. Interesting choice. I can't get out of here. Guys. I can't escape from this room. Are you kidding me? Does this work? No. We're just gonna go. Oh my god! Demon Judgment, you dick! Let me out of the room! I want to get out. I want to break free. I want to break free. I'm seriously trying. I know that in the comments are gonna be like, no, go down and to the left, not just to the left. I'm serious. I'm trying everything here. Okay. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for this run. I'll start another one right away here to disregard that. I'm gonna just give it like 2 more tries here. Ah, that's wonderful. Well, you know, talk about learning something new every day. That was a pretty interesting run. Let's play as Maggie again, just because that seems fair. At least it ended early. And that was pretty fucked up, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm disappointed with that. That's maybe the first time that's ever happened to me. I swear, ladies. And I'm disappointed because we had a good thing going there. Up until that exact room. But maybe we can get a better thing going now, if you know what I'm talking about. And what do we have in our red chest here? We have a couple of pills. Please don't be tears downgrades. Alright, that's nothing. This one was bad trip. Oh, and I did manage to get through the room before the period of invincibility ended. Alright, pretty fucked up, but at least we know that there is a full health pill in the rotation. Technically. In the form of a bad trip pill. Which means we could have some fun playing blood banks again, but we're gonna have to actually get to the point where that'll be useful for us. That was disappointing. I was looking forward to some really cool long-term implications of using, you know, Nun's Habit and Yumheart together. Oh well. In our item room, we find Mr. Mega. Okay. Lending some credence to the notion that, you know, the RNG item calculator is based a little bit on the time of day, shall we say. Do I use 1 bomb to check here for the secret room? I think it's not the bad, or not the worst idea. Not the baddest. Wow. Oh, wow, we found it again. And we got the ability to fly, so I'm not as salty as I used to be. Some salt that I used to know, you know, that Goatya song. Now, what do we have in our boss room? Larry Jr. So we didn't actually fight Larry Jr. before, I think. We fought the Widow and Famine. So this is a bit of a new thing, which is fine. Larry Jr. is pretty easy. We did fight Larry Jr. on the boss trap room. If you're trying to be technically correct, the best kind of correct, that would make you technically correct. The best kind of correct. I'm not being sarcastic at all either. Keep fighting that good fight. Now, Larry Jr.'s, I'm gonna hit your individual body segments, causing you to be sundered limb from limb. I mean, you don't really have any limbs. Must suck to, like, be a worm, right? Like, if you want to eat something, you can't just pick it up and put it to your mouth. You gotta get your face up in it. Like, if you're a worm, every meal is like a pie eating contest, right? Every meal is bobbing for apples. That's gotta be uncomfortable. I guess if you've lived with it your whole life, you wouldn't even notice. So we got a range upgrade. How does this floor compare to the first floor we had, you know, moments ago? Probably a little bit better as a result of just getting the ability to fly for free, but it feels less cool because of the fact that we don't have the Nun's Habit backing us up anymore. That was really going to lead to some cool interactions. That Demon Judgment farted on my face by giving me Book of Belial, which is not that great when I already have an interaction with a spacebar item that I like, and then he farted on my face a second time by not allowing me to escape the room. Now, we got a range downgrade pill. Really happy with our pill rotation so far. It seems to be working out quite nicely. We've had exclusively bad things or not good things. It's like the opposite of a Kane run. What do we have now? We have the Widow. Okay. So the game continues to be pretty good at giving me almost exactly the same scenario that I faced on the last run. Let's see if we can get the Widow to jump over here and crush that nub. Pretty much the way we want to handle it. Good. The spider is dead. And we do have a Mr. Mega. Hey, that actually got the job done. Required a little bit of a creative shot there at the end, but that did the trick, and hopefully we can snag a deal with the devil. You know, I'd be happy with the mark. I'd be happier with some other items, but I'd be happy with the mark as well. So, what do you got for me? Oh, Pageant Boy. All right, well, that definitely fits the bill. Even had a dime in it. I believe Pageant Boy had a nickel in it last time. The crate had a dime in it, if I'm correct. So, we'll be going to the shop instead of the item room, because we could possibly buy another key in the shop, and I am hoping that, you know, it repeats, or history repeats itself again, and we get the Nun's Habit in there, but there's a variety of shop items that would be appealing to me. The compass is definitely one of them, as is another key, which we can use, of course, to open the item room. Now, what do we have in our Tinted Rock? We have a small rock and a bomb, which is actually basically ideal. I wanted that extra damage, and I didn't want Spirit Hearts, just in case we had the same situation where we had a boss trap room. It doesn't appear that we do, looking at the compass here, but, you know. And it would have just required, like, the slightest bit of common sense and patience and diligence to still go to the boss trap room, but I'm glad we don't have to worry about the fact that I don't have that in the first place. So it's a bit of a weird run. It's fairly similar to the one that came before it, but different enough to be meaningful. Nun's Habit, of course, probably would have given us a free HP upgrade, or at least the IV bag, and then the promise of a free HP upgrade every floor in the future. Remote Detonator is essentially 5 bombs, and we'll see what we can get here. For 3 cents, I can buy another red heart from the shop, and we'll typically get 3 cents for a red heart, if that makes sense. I kind of just want to get back to 15 cents and then leave. We're in a bit of a touch-and-go situation here. We're going to come down and maybe explore this area down here. There could be a secret room that I want to check out as well. Probably want to buy that extra red heart. We don't need to buy one there. Obviously, I would love if the blood bank just paid out with the blood bag, but we've got to actually make that happen, don't we? So we can get another 1 play out of it this way. Might take us to 15 cents. We'll see. What do you got for me? Okay, well, we're going to go a little lower. And I didn't necessarily like the idea of doing that. But then we're going to blow this up. We got a penny and a key. And then we're going to blow this up. And we got a key and a bomb. That's a pretty good deal for us, I'd say. With all these keys, I probably will open that golden chest, but I think I'm going to wait to do it until I buy this existing red heart, just in case it ends up being a bomb or something. But we can open that relatively guilt-free, and hopefully we get something half-decent out of it at the very least. I want to be a little cautious with my remaining health. Obviously, hey, there we go. Obviously being a little unprudent about my health is basically what caused me to lose the streak earlier, so I want to be a little smarter about things this time. That is a fuck ton of money. Probably should have opened up this before I blew up the gambling houses, because more red hearts would have possibly given me the chance to get the blood bag, but we are going to go back for that a little bit. Just a little bit. God, the Yum Heart plus Nun's Habit would have been super useful here. And one last one. Alright, so, theoretically, we could die in one hit. If we do, I apologize profusely. But all we gotta do is get some red hearts, and then we're good to go again. 31 cents means shop is wonderful. If we find greed in this shop, I'm gonna be disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Theoretically, shouldn't be possible, but I've been wrong before, and I've been wronged before. Let's see how this works. The shop's right here. Moment of truth. Okay, this is good. Because we have so much money, and it's so early, and we're gonna buy a lot of items, I am gonna pick up the Steam sale. This is something that's giving me a little bit of extra peace of mind. We got 1 key remaining. Let's do some more exploring here. It's not like we could have re-rolled the Steam sale anyway, so in some... Oh my god, did you... He actually, like... Or they, I don't know, this human centipede here, they went around me there. That kind of blew my mind. They didn't stop when they hit me. They actually were just like, okay, moving along, moving along. Now, the item room is right here. Please don't get champions. Oh, thank God. Item room, be good to me. It is the D6. Oh, shit. That's interesting, isn't it? Do we re-roll the Yum Heart? I think we do, even though we kind of need red hearts to survive. We got tarot cards out of it. This is a wild moment. And we got the Magician. Okay. But we're going to stick with this. Nobody gonna love you better. I must stick with you forever. That's PCD. Whatever happened to the Pussycat Dolls? I want to see PCD open for ICP, and then LB can put out a live LP of it from CBGB. That's probably the most proud I've ever been with a joke that I've ever said. And the only reason it exists is because I put my brain completely on autopilot. Well, I try not to die temporarily. Well, permanently, but also immediately. Okay, so we're still at 1 heart here. This is a pretty wild run so far. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. No champions. Hey, this is a good room. This is an ideal room. Drop a red heart or I will shit in my pants and tell the teacher you did it somehow. I'm very persuasive. Don't even question it. There's another key. Very tempted to open that golden chest. This is scary. Why is this scary? I'm slow as fucking molasses. So, I did use a bomb there, even though in 99% of cases, you probably wouldn't want to use a bomb on that room. You know what? I'm going to use a key to open that golden chest in the hopes that it has anything that gives me a little bit more survivability. Let's try it out. Well, hey, there was a half red heart in there and a ton of money. So that's good at least. And we got pills. Maybe there's a bad trip in here. Whoa, okay, tears upgrade. I'm glad we got that at the very least. We're now at 1.5 hearts. Why do I keep getting slower, it seems? And Leon is getting larger. Inside of our secret room here. Yes. Plenty more money. We're up to 37 cents, which is obviously more than enough to basically do whatever I want to do for the rest of the game, especially considering I own the Steam sale. Steam sale doesn't apply to judgments, I believe, though. That would be silly if it did, but also there's weird mechanics in Isaac that kind of make me think that that's completely plausible. Now, stay on the other side of the map here. We could really use some red heart drops. I'm actually amazed that we haven't gotten any sooner. But for now, we're just really gonna hope that we end up fighting against an easy boss. Oh my god, no more red heart drops there, huh? Not Peep. Pestilence, okay. Pestilence is a boss we could lose against if I play really, really badly, because those green bombs do 1 full damage each. But assuming I play, you know, even... Oh my god. Holy shit. Assuming I play even near average, which I've already given up the hopes of, it should be a relatively easy win. Just hang the fuck back, man. We haven't gotten a deal with the devil yet. This could be our ticket here. It shouldn't be, because I've taken some dumbass damage. Watch out for Silkworm. Good, he's dead. Now, there's still green bombs. In my own defense, with that green bomb hit that I took earlier and almost took a second one immediately after, thank you for the half red heart. Sir, may I have another? In my own defense, I'm super fucking slow. Is that a good enough defense for you, Papa? I'm running into some issues here with the fact that I'm just goddamn... Like, I'm a freight train. The freight trains probably travel relatively quickly, but not compared to bullet trains, you know? Suck on that, scientists. Still only have 1 heart remaining. Maybe we'll end up in the caves next time. That'd be nice, I guess. What do we have on our reroll here now? Infestation. We're not going to get any more chances to reroll. Almost certainly not going to the curse room. Kind of tempted to not even go to the room prior to the curse room, just in case. That's not our second secret room. I am not in a good position here. I mean, let's look at our 3 upgrades we've gotten from bosses. Cube of Meat, range upgrade in the form of Mom's Panties, and Pageant Boy. That's not conducive to a good start, but we have gotten some HP upgrades. This is it for us. I'm gonna check here for a second secret room, just to see. Oh, Eternal Heart, please. Oh, you butt liquor. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Let's look at our item room upgrades. Well, the D6 was a good one. Then that allowed us to get Infestation as well. Although we lost the Yum Heart to make it happen. Of course, we're on Catacombs right away. It's actually kind of a good thing. As long as I don't get hit by too many flies, we can earn some red hearts here, make some good stuff happen. And I have the D6 in case the blood bank, if we ever get to play it, pays out with some terrible stuff for us. So we're just going to keep this up here. I think this might be something that actually allows us to get back on our feet here. And again, I can spend pretty lavishly here. And I can spend lavishly into eternity, because the only thing we seem to be winning is money. We also need keys, so it would be nice if those just showed up like they did right there. But red hearts, obviously, a little bit more important for me immediately, at least. So we'll just keep this charade alive. Come on. More keys, also good. We'll talk about what we're doing with that blood bank as we get a little bit further along. For now, I am scared shitless by it, so I don't want to lose, like, 1/10 of my runs just as a result of being overindulgent with blood banks. Now, we can probably... If we wanted to buy everything on our shop, what would it cost us? It would be like 3 times 2, so 6, 13 cents. So 26 cents is 2 shops remaining, but we'll probably be able to get some secret rooms and some money from the blood bank and yada yada. So I'm thinking if we stay at like maybe 17 cents, I'll be happy. And that should future-proof us just a little bit. And we've gotten enough health back, especially now, that I feel pretty good about myself. Would love to get a pretty fly or something, though. We'll play one more and see. Okay, there we go. Got all the way back to full health. Plenty of bombs, plenty of keys as a result of that. That's good news. Looks like our item room is fairly far away, so I'm going to come back down here. There's more money for us. That is, that's nice. That's 2 shop items. Almost 3, actually. I am so sick of these conga liners, and now that they have completely dismantled me on the last floor and nearly ended my run, actually. I really did not expect that we'd actually live this long. Which would actually, if we lost on this run twice in like half an hour, it would make this the worst Binding of Isaac run out of like the past 200. But we didn't lose. And to be fair, we didn't really lose that first run either. I kind of got screwed. At least we have Infestation to back us up when I get hit by these guys, because I'm too fucking slow to get out of the way. HP upgrades and speed upgrades are usually so prevalent, but on this run, they just do not exist. It's like an exit on a Modest Mouse album. Now, come on here, little green man. Okay, more keys is nice. I did want to check out the shop first. Had a feeling we'd be fighting greed. Please drop the quarter. I don't even know if he can drop the quarter. Maybe only Super Greed drops the quarter. Sometimes Greed drops the Steam sale, which we could have re-rolled into a different item. But at the very least, we pick up some more money. All right. Bit of a moment of truth here. This is the strongest position we've been in for a boss in quite some time. It's going to be Peep, and that is A-okay. We can fly over the creep, and we can hide out in these rocks. So I have basically no risk until the eyes start coming out. And when the eyes start coming out, we'll just be a little bit more prudent with the way that we choose to dodge. I think that's fairly smart. Oh, how did that still hit me? I'm actually amazed. All right, as usual, our attack flies absolutely god-awful when it comes to dealing with any enemy that has, like, defensive parts that it shoots out that are not necessarily part of its own body. It's okay, though. We're going to get through this just fine. Only taken 1/2 heart of damage so far. That's still a little disappointing for a fight that I've done like 200 times. But so be it. Shit happens. I am really slow. I can't stress that enough. I don't know if Maggie starts with a little bit of speed down compared to like Isaac or any other character really, but we at least got an HP upgrade for finishing, and we'll do some more exploration because that's what we do. We need to sincerely upgrade as much as possible on this floor. Really need a speed upgrade. Would be very nice to get some damage upgrades as well in the form of tears or damage or tier effects even. I'm not picky, really. And we do, you know, if we get some more red heart drops, we want to play the blood bank as much as we can as well. Oh, I made the wrong decision here. We're not going to get as many rerolls on the item room as a result of the unfortunate fact, that I chose the wrong direction to get to the item room. My bad. We will check out our secret room quickly. Maybe rerolls to use there. Let's see. Gotten very lucky on secret rooms so far. I found them. I think I found every single one on the first try, which is pretty rare. It's very rare. Now, we're going to go far right here as fast as we can. Much like American politics at the turn of the century, am I right? Turn of the millennium. Sorry, excuse me, millennium. Saw a great... This has now become Northernlion's talk show where I talk about Twitter. Saw a great tweet yesterday from Neil, and I will never be able to pronounce his name correctly, even after, you know, years of knowing who he is. Neil Cicierga. You may know him as the creator of the Harry Potter series with the puppets. Harry Potter Puppets. I can't remember the name. But also, Brody Quest by the song about Adrian Brody. But really, it's just about life if you want to get technical. And the tweet was, imagine an alternate universe where Will Smith keeps calling out Loveless decades after Wild Wild West came out. And I was like, that is a tweet I can get behind. Like, if Will Smith did a song for, like, 7 pounds, and he's like, oh, Loveless, gonna get you again, I would be totally down with that. That'll never happen, but I'd be totally down with it. That's a tiers upgrade, technically, so I'm gonna take it as Loki. We have the tower card as well. Don't everybody get too excited at once. You can walk the dinosaur if you're interested, though. Walk the dinosaur? What is wrong with me? If you've got a dinosaur, you should start going to a different place and probably report them to the health department as well. Now, that tower card was god-awful, obviously. We're going to do a little bit more gambling on the arcade that we come across on this floor, or we've already been across on this floor, because if we don't, then I stand to possibly not get the HP and speed upgrade that I need if I'm going to, you know, have a chance at a fruitful and productive life. Thank you very much for that. Saved me a lot of hassle. Shall we check quickly for a second secret room? We did. Luckily, bombs are not in short supply. Okay. Now, important moments here. We're gonna go down to about 3 Oh, never mind. We're not. We're actually just going to take our speed upgrade and get the fuck out of here. And the HP upgrade, but the speed upgrade, like, as important now. This is going to be a super long run, not only because we got to the Catacombs Part 1 earlier, or Caves Part 1, and then had to restart, but also just because we're not doing very much damage, and we're slow right now. But I'm in for the long haul if you are. Of course, we've ended up on Necropolis 1, because being on an easy floor would speed things up. Obviously, we can't have that in our Isaac run. Quick Isaac run would just be antithetical. Probably a misuse of that word. Look forward to seeing myself on Cringe Picks tomorrow. Cringe Vids. And we have Blue Candle. I'm going to buy it, and we're going to double down on re-rolling it. So we've taken Blue Candle out of the rotation. So the Coin Purse. I know that there's some half-decent pills in the Coin Purse, but there could be some terrible ones as well. The reason I'm not going to pick it up is because we're just in a situation where we need better items. Map. We already have the compass, obviously. But map, Nun's Habit, items that make us get more D6 rerolls. 9-volt battery. That's about it. Mom's Purse is a maybe. I hate to leave Mom's Purse because it always seems like, you know, when you leave Mom's Purse, it's like, oh, by the way, here's a fortune teller that pays out with all the game's best trinkets. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, if we come to it. Which I guess is implicit in the whole sentiment of we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Very good golden chest for us here. Not as good as it theoretically could have been, but at least we got our key back and then some money on top of it that maybe we'll be able to use for a judgment at some point in the future. And check out our curse room, and it's a live bomb. So, one more room and then a mini boss down here. Okay, it's the worst room of all time. Well, no, it's not, because at least we have some gaps that we can hide between here, or hide on top of. Yeah, I'm still gonna take damage just because that's how this room works. These guys they're quick movers, they're quick shakers, and quick piss takers too. I don't know, moving and shaking sounds like the exact description of what happens when you pee. So, or you know, as a male, you move around a little bit just to get everything loosened up, and then you shake it at the end so you don't get the little you know, the after dribble on your trousers, especially if you're wearing like khakis or something like that. Man, that'll get you. Now, what do you have here? Coin Purse has been rerolled into the ladder. Obviously, not something I'm super excited about. Ladder is a bad item. It's even worse if you can fly. It might be one of the worst items in the game if you can fly. We'll check out our mini-boss in here, hoping it's Gluttony. It is Super Sloth, which is not so bad. Worse than Sloth, but not by much. It's really, like, the only mini-boss that makes me really quiver in a bad way is, Ultra Pride. Sometimes Ultra Pride can be a real pain in the ass, depending on the layout and items that you have going on for yourself. We might get, like, Bob's Rotten Head from this. No, we got a tarot card, which is actually a better payout than Bob's Rotten Head, to be honest with you. And, effectively, if we end up keeping that Hermit card until the next floor, we've got a key as well. So, it's an okay payout. You know, it's minute. Sometimes I do get people that are like, why do you, you know, worry, or why do you save tarot cards so much? You should just use them when you get them and then, you know, clear them from your memory. They add up, man. Like, probably saving tarot cards like the Devil or the Empress or the Sun until the very end of the game is something that's maybe improved my chances of success by like 5 to 10%, which is really noticeable at the point that I'm at in Isaac, where 5 to 10% makes a big difference, I would say. You may agree, you may disagree, but that's how I see it. Cursed Skull is actually maybe one of the worst trinkets. So if Mom's Purse shows up, Cursed Skull. I like saying cursed, even though it makes me sound a little pompous. Same with like beloved. Just because I find the emphasis on that last syllable, it's more satisfying to say than beloved. That's like B-E-L-U-V-T, beloved. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. I like dearly beloved, yeah. And then, you know, some people are going to be like, that pronunciation doesn't exist. Trust me, beloved. I've heard it many times. It just feels good. Same with, I forgot what I was saying earlier. Cursed, yeah. I don't like saying he's cursed, although it kind of makes sense. I like he's cursed. But, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. So I am going back to the shop. I'm going to re-roll. What do we have in there? The ladder. I'm going to re-roll the ladder instead of re-rolling Holy Water. There's a borderline 0 chance of me taking Holy Water, but the shop should have a higher prevalence of decent items, so we'll re-roll here and maybe get something better. Map is guaranteed secret rooms, which is wonderful, as well as the ability, especially combined with the compass, to just get to boss rooms ASAP. So I'm happy that we got it. Map is not one of the very upper echelon shop items, but if you have the compass, I think that changes. I think it becomes one of the very best shop items after you get the compass. So this floor has turned out alright for us so far. Now, the only thing that can make it better is to deal with the devil, where I actually pick up some item that gives me a better offensive chance of success. The only offensive items I think I've picked up so far are... Oh. Did I get a Tears upgrade in pill form? I think I got a Tears upgrade in pill form. And Loki's horns and the small rock. Typically, that's not going to be enough to make a winning run for your average person, but we'll see. So, Fortune Teller is an interesting one here. I don't know why I'm gambling on this so much. Like, maybe I'll go down to 40 cents. The Cancer Trinket's way better. You know what, we're gonna leave with the Cancer Trinket, because otherwise we might never be able to get out of here with the proper items. So, you may agree or disagree with my logic there. And I think I'm gonna take a chance, and... Well, it's not even really taking a chance. It's... Never mind. I was gonna say I'll take a chance and reroll, reroll Holy Water. But now that I look at the arithmetic of it, if my arithmetic actually, you know, works out here, which I'm hoping that it does, I don't think there's any need for us to commit our reroll that early. We might as well look. It's theoretically possible there will be something worse on the boss room payout. Even though I might not pick up Holy Water, you know, the pool for devil rooms and boss rooms is a little bit different, and angel rooms, etc., etc. So we'll see. Yeah. And if... Oh, this is scary. Luckily, we do have Cancer, which means we're firing a ton of shots, which should make it a little easier. God, my speed is so bad, though. It's going to be really hard to get out of the way of Mask of Infamy, which once it starts traveling faster. But we should be able to use bombs effectively, maybe? Anyway, I was on a train of thought earlier that I've kind of lost. But yeah, we'll see what bears re-rolling here once we get a little further. And as you can see, you know, our damage is not incredible, so we are taking quite some time to kill the heart here. And now that it's dead. That's good. Probably only need a few of those, to be honest with you. Oh, okay. Well, we got plenty of bombs where that comes from, so just pick your shot accordingly. And we'll try, like... Nope. I like here. Oh, I just shot it like one too many shots away. What about here? Yeah, that's the good shit right there. We got him! And we got the 8-ball and to deal with the devil. The deal with the devil items are just not good enough. So I think we reroll these, even though the other two items are shit, too. I hate myself. Those are bad. We're not going to take Holy Water. We will take the shot speed upgrade with the Tarot card. Tarot card is the Chariot. I'm disappointed, and I think I deserve to be disappointed. Or I'm deservedly disappointed. Because I really expected we get a Pact, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Mark, Pentagram, Common Cold, anything like that in there, but we didn't. So what we can do is here, just use the Chariot card. There we go. Woohoo! We have 2 cents as a result of that pickup. And we got a shot speed upgrade, so, you know, there is that. But this floor basically is the map. We got the map. The mappity map. And that's okay, to be honest with you. It is. It is. And if we want to be really clever on the next floor, we can actually fight Mom, then use the Hermit card to bounce out. Why is that a good idea? It may not be a good idea. Let's open this up. Don't... Oh, well, there's our damage upgrade right there. But I think it's kind of a good idea. And I think it's kind of a good idea... Oop, that was scary. Because now we'll save the key that we normally would have saved from using the Hermit card anyway, but we can also earn a deal with the devil, at least potentially, from doing so. And I want to knock that out as soon as possible after we start to get rerolls. We know that our shop on this floor can't contain greed either, because there's another mini-boss available. That's kind of awesome. I'm going to predict that this floor is going to be great for us. Or at least there's going to be a lot of pedestals and potential for it to be great. Now that we have Cancer, and it's tearing ass, especially with that damage upgrade that we just got, I'm actually thinking that... Ooh, let's see what this is first. Oh, well, that's actually really terrible. But, I'm thinking that it would be really awesome to actually get Mom's purse now, but we got to make that happen. Our speed is terrible. God fucking awful. But we're going to fight Mom. That'll give us a reroll. Maybe we'll want to use that on the boss room right away, which is why I'm getting it ready. But other than that, rerolls in the shop. We have an arcade where hopefully we'll be able to get a payout, or at least, well, you know, even if it is the IV bag, a payout that we can then turn into something a little bit better. Obviously, we're not going to be doing a ton of damage with each individual shot to Mom here. But that's okay. I'm trying to get the cube of meat in on the action as well. Even our crowd control's not that good. That was Mistake on my part there. I hit left control, I think, and that dropped a bomb. Didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened now, and it's over. And that's fine. Here comes... Oh, that is a bad hit for me. I don't know if that affects our deal with the devil chance on the mom fight. I really, really have to get acclimated with this speed downgrade shit that we've been faced with here. Thank you, Cuba Meat, for doing good work there. All things considered, I'd say this boss fight has gone pretty well so far. Paying very close attention to the foot silhouette. Only been hit twice now. Cuba Meat did some nice damage there. Got a little too close for comfort, maybe. And there we go. We're done. So we get the coin purse. I kind of like picking up the coin purse right now, and I'll explain why. We can leave the hermit card there. So those are 2 speed downgrades. I found pills and tears up. Okay, well, at least we got a tears upgrade. That's maybe as good as we would have expected to get anyway, but we'll hermit card out. We're not going to accidentally teleport to... We might accidentally teleport because of that curse room. So I am going to... We'll take the Polaroid with us for now. We'll hermit card out. Go to the shop. Shop contains bum friend. God awful. Nun's habit. Really good, but it does mean that we won't be able to get the cancer trinket we're taking with us, but I think it's still worth it this way. Why did I like taking the coin purse? Because that takes the coin purse out of the shop rotation. So it would give us a better chance of getting an item that I liked. Plus it gave us a tears upgrade, which is fine. I'm happy with this. Our shop haul ends up being Steam Sale, Nun's Habit, Compass, and Map. And that's really good, in my opinion at least. And we don't need to settle for any shitty rerolls on in this game anymore. Because we have the blood bank on this floor too. Now, it would be awesome to get that blood bank to pay out, but not too soon. I wanted to pay out because we need some fucking speed, man. For whatever reason, the game just does not want us to be traveling quickly. It's a metaphor for life. Slow down, you move too fast, you gotta make the good things last. Is this a good thing? I think it's been a fun run. I'm excited that we're still alive at least. And we do get Mr. Boom there. Mr. Boom is 2.5 rerolls rolled into one very convenient package. Portable slot is god-awful as well, in my opinion. I know there's ways to use it effectively with, like, IV bag or something. And the D20? I can't remember. Now, to the item room. The number of reroll pedestals that we have on this floor, if we want to reroll them, doesn't scare me at all. Seriously, like, that blood bank could give us a crazy amount of rerolls, and there's going to be more than enough red hearts because we're not taking very much damage anymore. Thankfully. So this is number 1. I'm going to take it. Number 1 is a, let's put it this way. I knew that I wasn't going to have that cancer trinket, so I decided, with decent damage, what do I want to do? Up our tiers as much as possible to give us the best damage output that we can possibly get. That being said, it's really going to negatively affect our range. Oh, this is good here. It's really negatively going to affect our range, but that's okay. We can still make do with it. Tarot card. Temperance. Oh, that's good shit right there. We can play 2 blood banks for the price of 1. For the price of 1 damage, but if we actually use the other blood bank, we could use it as maybe a better reroll engine. It's kind of a weird choice. I don't know. We'll probably stick to traditionally what we do, which is play 2 blood banks at once. Thanks for the keys, Judgment. This actually could be very important for me later. What do you got for me? Book of Revelations. Well, we're gonna pop it, get that extra spirit heart, but that's gonna be another reroll. And you know what? Why don't we just get this sorted out right away? We have 2 blood banks. Might as well work them out in succession here. Wow, that is a ton of money in the form of 2 dimes on 2 consecutive plays. And we reroll Lemon Mishap, Chocolate Milk. That's going to be another reroll for us. That one now becomes Mini Mush. It's a speed upgrade, and I'm going to take it. Yeah. Mini Mush is not amazing, but the fact that we were so slow and now we're at least kind of quick is good. And also, check out the range on us now. Not amazing, but maybe back to normal, which is good enough. All right, so rerolls come back here for a portable slot, which gets rerolled into Doctor's Remote, which is god-awful. Keep in mind, we can still get a deal with the devil after the mom fight. So we got a lot of good stuff awaiting us still. Not gonna play that blood bank just yet. Again, although I would like to. We're gonna do a little bit more exploration first, just see how this works out for us. And I think Mini Mush is kind of like quietly a very, very good pickup for us there. I hope you agree. The world card. Not really that useful for us at all, is it? Now on here, we don't really have anything to do except gamble on these areas a little bit if we want to. I want more red hearts if possible, but we'll obviously dedicate a little bit more time to this later if we still have reroll pedestals and blood banks that haven't paid out. But for now, I think we can actually just go. We'll maybe play them like 1 more time. The spirit hearts are very valuable, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to have them. But This is our last play, and don't tell me when I have a problem, you have a problem. Can't believe we are still not down to the womb, and we're like 160 megabytes into the video, which is typically like 43 minutes, something like that. That's okay. It could set a record for the longest Isaac run I've ever committed to YouTube. And we're not even necessarily guaranteed a good chance of winning, so that's fun. Now, we're gonna come down here, and the right way to handle this, I'm first off very thankful we'll be getting a spirit heart out of this, even though I just lost one right there. Or maybe especially because I just lost one there. The proper way to handle this is to come back here and reroll. No, it's not necessarily. We'll come through here instead. Disregard what I was about to say. Bad room, and it paid out even worse for us. We're still fine. We've got a little bit more gambling to do, a little bit more gambling in us yet. Really, what we want is the situation where one of the blood banks pays out with a blood bag. And we get Peeper's Eye, which is okay, but subpar. Well, we briefly have almost full HP. I'm going to try to get down here to this mob trap room. All we need is like a half red heart or a spirit heart to show up. You could probably blow up that fortune teller and make it happen, but I think I'm going to play it. Not a fortune teller, a slot machine. This is a weird run. I think it's totally winnable, but it's going to be tricky. Now, we're just going to gamble on this to hopefully get the heart that we need to actually get into that mob trap room. And we got plenty of bombs. They are Mr. Mega Bombs, too. Mr. Mega Bombs, just a great name for like a male porn star that shoots wicked loads. Am I right? I apologize if that was non-necessarily vulgar, but sure, another speed downgrade. I'll just take that straight away because I hate myself. And there's another 2 bombs for us, and keep it going. What is that? Range up. Hey, yeah, it's somewhat useful. I really want to go to this mob trap rooms. I'm sorry to do my Pee Wee Herman impression. That was not a Pee Wee Herman impression. I don't know. That was like Marlon Brando as the Godfather as Pee Wee Herman. Have you seen this Pee Wee Herman guy on TV? That's not even very... It's Larry David does Marlon Brando does Pee Wee Herman. So, I'm playing here, and we gotta gamble a little bit. I gotta get 1 full red heart now because I'm an idiot. Or a spirit heart. Either one of those would work out just fine for us, so we could at least go to that mob trap room. Hey, there we go. And what do you got for me here? You got nothing. Okay, well, I'm glad we're just leaving then. This will allow us to go to the mob trap room, and then all we've got left is this solid state system, zero sum. Well, it's not zero sum really, but everything is settled. We just need to get enough red hearts to play the blood banks, to get enough rerolls to reroll the shit out of Peeper's Eye, and then, ipso facto, that is going to determine how well we do on this floor. There's a golden chest that gave us Poison Touch. I'm very content with that. Nobody tell BizSnap that I picked up Poison Touch before the chest. Alright, we have another reroll available straight away because I took some dumb damage. We would have had a reroll after this room anyway. It's fine, though. And we're almost done with this. We're doing a lot of damage now. Rate of fire from number 1, plus the range upgrade. Oh, that's bad damage. Okay, be cool here. Don't lose more spirit hearts. Those are your protection when you go down to the next floor. Another pill. Bad trip. Oh, that's good. Oh, the world card is worthless. Bad trip is the new hotness. Okay. So this is where things start getting good for us. We're going to come back here. In a way, I almost don't want this Peeper's Eye reroll to turn into anything better. We're going to come up and reroll it once. It's going to become Celtic Cross, which is an okay item. In my opinion, some people value it much more than I do. I'm not one of those people, by default, basically. We're going to come back down here and gamble the shit out of this blood bank. And the only thing that sucks about this is how slow we are. Because now I have to walk back all the freaking way, and I really should have used this Temperance card inside of the Peeper's Eye room. It would have saved me like 8 or 9 seconds per play, which is really going to add up here. But that's okay. We'll reroll Celtic Cross. We just used that on the last run. Otherwise, I might be tempted to pick it up, but I'm not going to pick it up because we just used it on the last run. Whether that's Epic Fetus or Fetus in a Jar, I don't really care. It would make it too easy. We've earned it, I think. We've put up with some bullshit on this run, but we haven't totally earned it, if that makes sense. Like, we could still make this run work regardless. So, let's re-roll Epic Fetus as much as it burns me to do so. And we get the Magnet, which is god-awful. So we'll come back here, and if this is getting tedious for you, I apologize. Think of how I feel now that we're like 50 minutes deep on this freaking Isaac run, and I'm still on the depths part 2. This is nuts. And it's not, we haven't even accomplished anything. It's not like this is even an exceptional run right now. It's just an interesting one. Bad trip doesn't become full health until we lose all our spirit hearts, I think, which is shitty. It might when we get down to half of a red heart, I'm not sure. Oh, I almost picked that up. What was I thinking? Okay, quad shot, I'm gonna pick up. I think that's totally acceptable. Now, we are gonna, yeah, that looks pretty good. Even the quad shots stay pretty close together for quite some time, maybe due to the fact that we have number 1, so they spread out more slowly or something. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. That doesn't become full health. If I play the, oh, we got permanent Polaroid invincibility. It's our time to shine. So every spirit art here is gonna be worth a lot. And I'm gonna do it anyway, because I want to get the blood bags. And the speed upgrades, to be honest with you, but this is still permanent Polaroid invincibility. If this thing never pays out, I'm gonna be disappointed, but here we go. One more. It's like 3 more plays. Don't accidentally kill yourself. Hey, there we go. So we don't even need to use the full health pill yet, but we will eventually. So we come back here, and you may argue that those spirit hearts or this bad trip pill is worth more than just having a few HP ups. You may indeed be right, actually, now that I think about it, but I'm gonna go fairly hard on this. Never mind. We're fine. And we get to take this bad trip pill with us, which is of extreme importance. So getting 2 speed upgrades and 2 HP upgrades there, what did I tell you? I think this is going to be a pretty good floor for us, and it's all worked out. It took us like half an hour, but... The moment of truth. Did we earn a deal with the devil? No. Wow, wow. Those are pills that I don't want. So it's down to the next floor. And now, I think we have a very good chance of success. Oh, it's even an XL floor to start with here, which is good in some ways, bad in others. No deal with the devil, but we will be able to finish this floor in no time flat, especially given this, like, secret room shortcut here. Hey, I'm Mike Chang, and this is Secret Room Shortcuts. You're gonna have to look up who Mike Chang is. You probably know him. You've seen him on YouTube, I'm sure. A lot of people, I make fun of advertising now and then, which is weird, because in many ways I'm in the business of self-promotion, but... You know, when I see ads for, like, Luminosity, you'll see them in front of my videos, so I probably shouldn't, you know, bite the hand that fucking feeds here, but there'll be, like, a dude in there, and he's, you know, he's a dude who's in shape, he obviously takes care of himself, and he's like, it's easy to work out your body, and I'm like, first off, like, billions of dollars per year are invested because that's not true. Anyway, it's easy to work out your body, but working out your mind, that's more difficult. And I'm like, well, you know, for thousands of years, people have just been reading books. If they, you know, don't get me wrong, by all means, if you want to go into this, like, pseudoscience, quote-unquote neuroscience bullshit, then by all means, pay your $45 to make it happen. But seriously, anyway, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, but people will say, like, hey, you know, you make fun of ads now and then. How do you feel about Mike Chang from YouTube? I think Mike Chang is the greatest performance artist of all time. He's a young man, and his business is called Six Pack Shortcuts. What does he do? He teaches you how to get fit, and, you know, it's sound nutritional advice, but what makes him great is that he has these ads that are like, am I gonna get arrested for my new ab workout? And I'm like, shit, dude, you're a fucking outlaw, man. What are you doing, like shooting PCPs straight into your fucking oblique muscles or something? And it's always just like, don't eat less calories than you put in, right? Like, that, but I really genuinely think he has a great sense of humor about it. This is not me being sarcastic. And this is where we get after like an hour of Isaac commentary, is just me rambling about YouTube ads. But yeah, I genuinely think he's a comedic genius. And also, you know, at the very least, his workout tips worked for him. Dude's in good shape. More power to you. We're fighting Conquest. If we're gonna fight Conquest, I guess it's nice to fight Conquest on an XL floor, but I actually don't know if we get the benefit of being able to reroll either Cube of Meat or White Pony here. If it's Cube of Meat, we'll just take it. It's White Pony, though, so we're gonna try to reroll it. I don't know if this will actually work for us. Yeah, sure. Became an HP upgrade and a shot speed upgrade, I think, but the HP upgrade is nice enough. 13 Mr. Mega Bombs and some serious tier damage. I think we are totally fine for the Mom's Heart boss fight. Mom's Heart in general is just, unless you go into this fight with basically no health, if you've been strong enough to make it this far, you're probably strong enough to beat Mom's Heart. Unless you gambled all your shit away on a blood bank like me, like an idiot. I am maybe inclined to do that like once every 20 or 30 runs. Alright, just keep it up here. So far so good. Duke of Flies didn't stand a chance in hell. I have the Suze guys? Nope, laser bullets, and I got hit by one because I'm a dummy, but that's fine. Up to the next floor. I'm going to stay at a half-heart interval if you don't mind. And it looks like it's going to be fairly quick for us to get to our boss room. If I choose so, I can even make a quick detour into the secret room. Cost us a couple bombs, but will it save us any rooms? I'm not sure. I'm genuinely not sure. This pony should be fucking dead, man. I have hit it like 30 times. And I could have gotten it to blow up a hole in the wall, but at some point you just gotta be content, I think, to live your life. Oh man, if we could just get a money equals power or something like that. Saved us a couple rooms to come through this way. Now, Widow doesn't stand a chance. Our damage is still not unprecedented. It's just pretty good. Alright, we are still at a half-heart interval and we improved our health. Not always easy to do that while maintaining the interval, so I'm happy. And that's good. A little scared about you. And the fly, actually. Thank you, Cube of Meat, for saving my life there. I think that the Isaac fight stands to be a little bit difficult, but if we have to use Bad Trip on it, then we have to use Bad Trip on it, right? It's not the end of the world. And from a whole lot of not much, we've created a pretty decent run here, so we're making progress too, which is nice. Actually going quickly. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. No, my cats always look at me when I sneeze, like, excuse me, fucker. Yeah, they just, I don't know if you heard that, but Ruka just went like, Mrr? What are you talking about? I gotta sneeze, man. Surely you, of all beings, would understand that. You sneeze all the freaking time. It's basically what cats do in a nutshell. Eat, sleep, shit, sneeze. Snooze. And snoozing and sneezing. That's the Ruka story, basically. Oh, he's looking salty. Probably should not have insulted him. Because obviously cats speak English. Real talk, I knew a guy in Korea. I wouldn't say he was a friend or acquaintance. He was a good guy. He was just, you know, a little, you know, not worldly. Let's say, put it as politely as possible. And one day he was like, you know, it's pretty amazing that like I'm really impressed with Korean dogs. And we're like, what do you mean you're impressed with Korean dogs? He's like, well, you know, it's pretty crazy that they learn to understand Korean. And we're like, well, I mean, I guess, but isn't that normal? And he's like, no, because like dogs naturally speak English, so they had to like learn a second language to be able to understand their masters in Korea. And we're like, oh, so you're just an idiot then. You think that these are bilingual dogs and all dogs naturally understand English. Oh, well, fair enough, I guess. So we're gonna take Lard. We need the HP. Everything else is gonna get re-rolled. Yes, even Skeleton Key. It's just a little too late for that. Lifesteal. Oh, Paulie fucking famous. Lifesteal is tempting, but I think we're gonna save it as a re-roll. And we do still have this Bad Trip pill. I prefer, if possible, to use this for Isaac, or sorry, Blue Baby. We may or may not have the opportunity to actually make that. Aye! Okay, that was very close. We may or may not actually have the opportunity to make that happen. We'll see, I suppose. Yeah, let's use that full health pill right away, because I don't want to die. One more hit could have killed me. I could have been safe, but one more hit would have killed me, so I think it's best to just leave instead. Better safe than sorry for now. Spider Butt's alright. Book of Sin's terrible. I found pills, sure. Spider Butt is one of those items we could take into the boss room, but I think it would be silly to do so when we could probably re-roll and get something better. Maybe a mom's bra or something like that. Sure, we don't need that money. That red heart might be important, though. This is among the easier rooms that you can find in the chest, so I'm looking to take 1 or less damage here. And we can afford to take 1 or less damage because of the sheer amount of HP I have at this point. We don't have to take 0 damage on all these rooms. Like so. Lard slowed us down a little bit, but we are more than fast enough considering how little of the game is left. Come on, Daddy Longlegs. There we go. Start knocking him out. Don't do the foot thing. I hate when he does the foot thing. There we go. We killed him anyway. And another penny. Wonderful. Let's just get out of the way, or get this poop out of the way, I should say. Good, another Daddy Longlegs fight. I mean, truth be told, we may end up actually taking Spider Butt into this boss fight. I'm pretty sure we have a great chance of victory here. I think we're just going to take Spider Butt into the boss fight. Gertie doesn't stand a freaking chance. Why Spider Butt? It's a slow, which is something, but mostly just the D6 is not very good for this boss fight, because it doesn't do any damage, ever. It's not just this boss fight. The D6 is not good for any boss fight, but especially when you're not worried at all about the long-term chances of your run. So we'll just do a little bit of dipsy-doodling like that. And, yeah, we ended up winning this run. I'm not going to count that first run as a loss. I don't think that should count. So we're going to take Spider Butt. If there was a way that I could re-roll just Book of Sin, I'd like to, but whatever. Book of Sin's not a terrible item to take into the boss fight either. What if it dropped a bunch of red hearts for us? Could keep us alive. Of course, it could just drop, like, pills that cause me to Zelda them over my head, and then I get hit again afterwards, but so be it. That's the price you pay. Pretty sure we're going to be totally safe here, but there is still a chance, and it's a non-zero chance, but there's a chance I could die. It's not a great chance, but there's a chance. Wait till he's unslowed. Oh my god, taking way too much damage. Wait till he's unslowed. There we go. Hit him with this, slow him down a little bit. Those shots should be easy, but the purple ones like accelerate as they get closer to you. It's very difficult to plan for that. Okay, that went much better, I would say. We're on the third phase, and now I should be totally fine, having taken no damage during the second phase, but like 5 hits during the first phase. I don't feel good about that, but at the very least, we won, and we, as mentioned, in my opinion, really earned that one. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a lot. Whew, I'm gonna go take a breather. Subscribe if you want to see more Isaac tomorrow, and I will see you then.